my channel. Today we're going to talk about decisions again, but in a completely different way. Because today we're going to understand what is the emotional state in order to make the best decisions and how to get into that emotional state. Why this? Because very often what happens that we underestimate the importance of feeling well before deciding what's best for us. It's easy to make decisions in a moment in which we're a bit down, in a moment in which we are confused, in a moment in which we are not sure about what to do next. Very often, most of the decisions that are made because we want to run away from something that we don't like anymore, which is fine in itself, but in the emotional state of the victim, of the sad person, of the frustrated person, and so on. So, what I want to do today is to let you understand how important it is to increase our base emotional level. So the emotional level that we have on a daily basis. Because when we are in that state, the view that we have of the options that are ahead of us is much clearer, much more lucid. It's so much easier to direct our decisions rather than choosing just according to what is the less worst thing, if you say that, like the one that's not as bad as the others. Okay, so ready to start. In order to understand how to create the best emotional state that we can have in order to make a decision that's productive for us, we're going to use a Latin word that's grazia. Now, this word in Latin meant kindness, grace, favor as well. And there are three words that come from this Latin word. There are different words in English, but that allow us to understand the three steps to make in order to feel so well that any decision you can make is aligned with who you are, which is the most important thing. So, let's start with the first one. The first word is graceful. Of course, I told you that grazia meant grace, so graceful is the first one that comes to mind. And graceful I associate it to how our body should be. What does it mean? That graceful means that something that is elegant, that has a smooth movement. And the key of grace, in order to be graceful, you need to move. You wouldn't say that something that's stuck is graceful. You can't know. You need to see how it moves. And our body is not meant to be stuck. We need to move it. If you wanted to create a great emotional state, the first step is to move your body. But I want to make it very tangible because when we're talking about emotions, too often we are too much in our head. We think too much about how emotions should be. I want to start with something practical and tangible. So, how can you move your body? First of all, walk. Walk a lot. More and more studies show how walking affects your body and your emotions positively. Because every time your heel hits the floor, what happens? That it stimulates the lymphatic system, and this is good for your body, for your circulation, for your mood. So have a brisk walk every day. That will help a lot. Pay attention to the posture that you have when you're sitting down. Every now and then, do a posture check. Understand if you're slouching or if you're straight, because that gives you energy. It helps you to be more energetic and enthusiastic. Smile. Laugh. How much are you laughing right now? How many minutes per day? You will notice that if it is a moment in which you're feeling very good, you will be finding yourself laughing a lot. If it is a moment in which you're not sure about a series of things, even if you are usually someone who will laugh a lot, you may be not right now. So laugh on purpose. Look at things that are funny, find someone that's funny, call your funniest friend and laugh with them, because that will help you immensely. Another thing that will help you in terms of your body is to do those things that you do automatically when you're happy. Imagine this, in a cartoon, in a movie, when they want to show that someone is happy because maybe they've just fallen in love, what do you see them doing? You see them singing something out loud without even noticing. You see them dancing around without even noticing, out of the blue. Even if you haven't just fallen in love, do that on purpose, and that will affect your mood immensely. Because remember, Our body is meant to be graceful. It's meant to be in movement. It's meant to play with the music, move with the music. So that's the first step, a body that's graceful. Second step, second word that comes from grazia is grateful. So your body should be graceful, but your heart should be grateful. What does it mean? Gratitude has an immense power on your mood. Too often, when we're not feeling wonderful, it's because we are so focused on what we don't have rather than what we do have. And it may be objects that we don't have, or skills that we don't have, people that we don't have, ideas that we don't have. We are in a complaining mood that's focused on the things that we haven't created in our life yet, rather than the ones that we have around and that we can be grateful for. Being grateful increases our power. Maybe you have had a moment in your life in which you were walking around and you randomly met people that were super kind with you, or that you hadn't met in a while and that you were thinking about. And there are all these synchronicities that happen in the moment in which you are grateful. And when we look at what we do have, things start coming more and more and more. And the first step of gratitude is to be grateful about what we do have, about all the amazing things that we have in our life, all the things that we are, all the people that we have. And that's the easiest part, but we need to do it consciously. The second step of gratitude is to learn how to be grateful also for those things that initially, when you look at them, are not something that you would label as positive in your life. And very often we see things and initially we have a reaction, positive or negative. And at times the negative thing turns out to be one of the biggest blessings that we have, because it allows us to create the kind of life that we want and that we would have never created if we hadn't experienced that thing. So pay attention to when you label something as negative immediately. Remember that it may be negative, at times it is, but what really matters in your life is how you react to that. So maybe you can be grateful, not about the thing itself at times, but about how you reacted to it, what you made out of it, what you learned from that situation. But it's important, in order to do this second step, gratitude, to dedicate some conscious time to gratitude every day. It could be, for example, when you wake up and you're brushing your teeth. I mean, you can brush your teeth also thinking about something else, and you think about all the things you're grateful for. Or even if you are a bit tired, you don't want to think too much, you just repeat in your mind, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That kind of vibration in our body has a lot of meaning, because we've been associated to this word in a very powerful way. If you're not an English speaker as a mother tongue, make sure you do it in your own tongue as well, because that has a different impact. You feel it in a different way in your body. Or for example, you could do it right before going to bed at night, falling asleep thinking about all the things that you're grateful for that day. Or when you're walking, or when you're waiting for a bus, just find some conscious moments during the day in which to express your gratitude in your mind as well. You don't need to speak it up if you don't want to, but like in your mind, focus on how grateful you are. Because it's one of those things that we all know rationally we should be grateful, but there are times we don't let go down and deep, and we don't allow it to sink in on a different level. The power of gratitude is exerted in the moment in which it's here, not here, so in our belly. The third word that comes from grazia is gratis. Now, gratis, we use it a lot in Italian, and it's also an English word, and it means to do things for free. Okay, now I don't mean that everything you do you need to do it for free, because I guess that you need to eat at the end of the day, and you deserve to be paid for the value that you have. But everyone should always have something that they do for free. For free, I mean contributing to someone's life, those acts of random kindness that you can just do because you want to make someone else's life better. At times it's a gesture for someone that you love. Other times it's a gesture towards a stranger that you will never see again. A few days ago I was with my partner, and all of a sudden we were walking and I don't see him anymore. I see that he starts running, and I haven't realized, initially I didn't realize what was going on. And I saw that he runs, And he stops a bus that was about to leave, one of those buses that don't come every couple of minutes, and we didn't need to take a bus. So I turn around and I see that there was a small family, like mom, dad, and a small child, that were trying to run and catch that bus. And while we were chatting, he had noticed them, and so he ran towards the bus and knocked on the bus so that the bus driver would wait for them. And you should have seen the smile of gratitude in these people's face, and how much they kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And they were so, so grateful. And these acts of kindness are so important because my partner will never see them in his life again, probably. But he just felt it was right to help them. And when we live by thinking, okay, treat others the way you would like to be treated, we really realize how many things we can do for others that are gentle, that are kind, that are nice, and that make their day and allow us to improve our emotional state, because at the end of the day we feel amazing for all the encounters that we've had, all the people that we've met, and it's fantastic. So the first G is graceful, move your body. The second G is grateful, so make sure you focus on gratitude. And the third G is gratis, so contribute, to give to others as much as you can. And this will help you to feel in a much better mood at the end of the day. Do it for 3, 4, 5 days in a row, and you will not be willing to give up on it anymore. It will just become an addiction for you, a positive one. And so today I will leave you with a wish for you that I want you to remember, and it is this: may your body be graceful, may your heart be grateful, and may your actions be gratis. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or considerations, and check how to get in touch with me in the links in the description. See you in the next video.